On June 30th, Tigray television reported on the family of Leteslas Haile Mariam. She and her family were displaced from Adavai in western Tigray on November of 2021. She told us she, her husband, and two daughters left their home after heavy shelling started to bombard the area. She and her family traveled far to escape the horrid violence in the area, only to be met by hunger and disease in northwestern Tigray. Leteslas had told our reporters that she was afraid of losing her husband who had cared for her throughout their journey due to hunger and medical supplies. Just months later, we have learned that Leteslas' husband has passed away.
My husband died because there was no food or medication. We couldn't do anything for him. Wouldn't find him neither food nor medication. All we could do was sit by and watch him suffer, and all we could do was pity him. It was so difficult.
Leteslas says she fears that her family's fate will be no different than that of her husband's if food aid and medical supplies are not able to reach them soon.
You see this? Leftover dry food? You can only get this if you're lucky. We put it outside so it can dry up, and then we break it into pieces and mix it with boiled water to mix it. Sometimes we find small pieces of rock in it, and it feels like it might break in our teeth. It's even worse for me because I'm visually impaired, so I can't see the rocks. This is how we're living, if it can be called living.
Berhane Gebreyesus, administrator for Western Tigray, says food and medicine have not been distributed to IDP centers due to lack of fuel, and due to this, the number of IDPs that have died due to lack of food and medicine has shown a spike, going from 102 in June to 180 in July.
Hunger is a clear and evident scare in all IDP camps in Syria, and a significant number of deaths have been registered so far, while many others are at great risk. Food aid has reached Meghla, but it has not reached IDP camps here in Shira because of lack of fuel.
It's been 4 months since the start of a humanitarian truce declared by the Ethiopian government, but still today, the most vulnerable members of the community, such as the old, women and children, are unable to get the help they so desperately need.